Hey everyone, it's Amy Dugan here, and today I want to talk to you about a quick and easy morning routine that you can do to feel good now. Okay, so how I'm going to structure this is first I'm going to go into why you do what you do. So instead of just giving you the morning routine and just giving you the tactics, I want to tell you why you're doing the tactics, right? Because then you have some foundation. And then I'm going to go into the how, so you know exactly what to do to implement the tactics to feel good now every day. And then I'm going to go over kind of the full picture and the little bits of the technique. Okay, so first of all, I want to say intention is more important than technique. So I can tell you all the techniques in the world, but if you don't have the intention of committing to feeling good now, then no technique I'm going to give you is going to work. It's kind of like, okay, how do you quit smoking cigarettes? Well, you can use nicotine patches, you can chew gum, you can all these techniques, but unless you really want to quit smoking, I can give you every technique in the book. It's not going to matter. If you really want to quit smoking, you will quit smoking, period, right? How do you quit smoking? You'll stop picking up the cigarette because your will is stronger than your habitual addiction and habits, right? Like you can resist that urge. Your will is stronger than the things that pop up in your mind and your emotions. Okay, so with that in mind, intention first. So I want you now to have the intention. If I have one life to live, I'm gonna feel good now, no matter what is happening. I'm gonna decide to be happy, period, when I wake up in the morning. Today's going to be a good day, period. It's not dependent on if I achieve this, if I do this, if I get this, right? Period. I'm going to feel good today no matter what happens. And if anything challenges my feel good nowness, I'm going to challenge that thing back and say, no. I'm going to feel good now regardless of whatever you're doing, okay? Okay. So now I want to say why it's so important to feel good now in life and in business, because I think people tend to focus on, again, the tactics, the techniques, the how, when they don't even realize that unless you're starting off with that foundation of feeling good now, nothing's going to work out that you try to implement if you're not feeling good. So people, like my customers will come to me and be like, oh, I've done all the strategy, and I'm like, they're like, oh, it's not working. I'm like, well, how's your well-being? How's your feel good now level on a scale from 1 to 10? If it's low, I tell them to focus on that and then go back to the strategy. When they do that, they always see results. So if you're not in a state of feel good now, that's your first priority. Everything else is built off of that. Everything in your life and your business is built off of your inner well-being, you feeling good, and you prioritizing that in the very beginning of your day. So how can you feel good? So first I'm going to tell you a high level view of the entire kind of way to feel good in as simple as it can be. And then I'm going to go into like the technique of what you can do. So how you can feel good now when you wake up and throughout your whole day is by doing these two things: staying conscious and letting go. What does it mean to stay conscious? Staying conscious means you don't get lost in your thoughts. You're not going through your day unconsciously, meaning like you don't wake up and check your phone and you're like, whoa, and you're on your phone for an hour in your bed and you're like, whoa, what just happened? You know what I mean? That's living unconsciously. Living consciously is you wake up at a certain time, you have an intentional morning routine, you are living with intention. Your consciousness, your spirit, your will, you in there is deciding how you're going to run your life. And you in there are going to decide to feel good now the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. But let's start with the moment you wake up, right? Okay. So staying conscious. I want you to stay conscious and aware of everything you're doing throughout the day. It won't be perfect. Just start with your morning routine, and we're going to go into that in a little bit. Just start with that one thing. And then practice staying conscious with just that little bit in the morning. And then you're going to be stronger and stronger. Your will back there, you are going to become stronger than your habits and your patterns and your addictions. And you're going to be able to stay conscious throughout the day. So Once you're able to stay conscious throughout the day and live with intention and decide to feel good now, the second thing that you're going to do is let go of whatever comes up inside of you. So when you're living with intention, you're going to notice these urges come up, like an urge to grab your phone, an urge to get a snack, an urge to whatever it is that you have these patterns in your psyche and in your emotions and things you've stored inside of you that are blockages, and those are going to pop up. And what needs to happen, instead of you just your consciousness, you reacting to those things popping up, you need to be able to observe that they're popping up and just relax and let them pass and don't give them your attention. If the urge to grab your phone pops up when you wake up in the morning, notice the urge by staying conscious and let the urge pass by. And same with every single thing that happens throughout your day. So just try to stay conscious every single moment. It's not going to be easy, so don't be hard on yourself. Just come back to practicing anytime you notice that you're getting lost, right? And then second thing, when you're removing blockages, the whole point of removing blockages is because your natural state, you, the consciousness, your soul, you in there, you're not your thoughts, you're not your emotions, you're not your brain. You are you. You're the consciousness who notices your body, who notices your thoughts, who notices your emotions. You in there, your natural state of just consciousness is joyful. It's at peace. It feels good. And the only reason you don't experience feeling good all the time is because you have these blockages and you cling and resist and all these things. So when you practice staying conscious and letting go, we're focusing on letting go right now. Letting go means do the best you can, but don't cling or resist things that happen. Don't be like, I really want to hit this number and cling to that result. And if it doesn't happen, then you're not feeling good. You're not happy, right? Or don't resist like, oh, I don't want that to happen. Just let things happen. Relax, let it pass through, let them happen, and just do the best you can and decide, I'm going to feel good now no matter what happens. And anything that comes up, I'm going to let it go. You're going to become like a letting go machine. You just keep practicing letting go. Okay? So that's why. So why are you letting go? Why are you staying conscious? So that you can experience a sense of well-being and feeling good and not letting your blockages and your addictions and your habits run your life, right? If you have one life to live, decide, I'm going to feel good now no matter what. I'm going to be unconditionally happy. Okay? Cool. So now that you kind of know the principles, I'm going to go into the actual morning routine, and it's very simple. If you can take, and I know you can, 15 minutes every day, right when you wake up in the morning, to meditate. I'm going to tell you exactly how to meditate. I'm going to tell you exactly why. I just told you why. That's why. Why do people meditate? Why? Most people don't even know why they're meditating. The whole point of meditating when you wake up is to practice being there, practice staying conscious, and then practice letting go of whatever comes up. That's the whole point of meditation. So it's not to resist your thoughts. It's not to try to push them out. It's to practice staying conscious, separating yourself, like staying conscious and observing what's going on inside, and then letting go of whatever comes up, relaxing and releasing. And so here's what I want you to do. 15 minutes a day. That's it. This is your morning routine. If you can commit to this, I know you can. If you decide to commit to this, commit to what? Feeling good now every morning, every day, deciding to do that with intention. Living intentionally. Okay, 15 minutes. You're going to set aside, I like to set a timer for 17 minutes, or that's how I started. Set a timer for 17 minutes, get like a couple minutes to get into the zone a little bit. And I just want you to sit there. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you sit on your bed. I don't care if you sit on the couch. I don't care if you sit on the floor. Sit down, palms up, however you want to put them up, so that you're in a receptive, open state. Close your eyes, and I want you to there's 3 techniques here. You can do positive thinking. So any negative thought that comes up, you can switch it to a positive thought. That's kind of like the lowest level or like the easiest level. You can do that, but at least observe the thoughts that pop up and flip them to positive. The second level is a mantra. So pretty much you don't want to get lost in your thoughts. You don't want a thought to pop up and you get lost in the train of thought and then you're like, whoa, what just happened, right? You want to stay conscious and let the thoughts go. Whenever they come up, just Don't follow their trail. Refocus on your mantra. So your mantra could just be, I'm in here, I'm in here, I'm in here, I'm in here, I'm in here. And whenever you start to notice you're not saying your mantra anymore, you got lost in your thought, you're like, whoa, I just got lost. And bring yourself back to that mantra. Level 3, so that really the highest level, the highest thing you can do is just to stay conscious the whole time. Stay conscious of your thoughts that are going on without getting lost. You can focus on your breath to do that. You can just, because you're gonna notice when your thoughts come up, it's very easy to get lost in them. What I like to do is when a thought pops up, I just notice it and I say, oh, it's just a car passing by, like nothing to follow, just, and then it fizzles off and goes away. And then you're gonna notice energies coming up. As the more you're practicing, the more you're staying conscious, you're gonna notice emotions come up. What I want you to do when those emotions come up is let them out. I mean, every single time I meditate, like tears come down, I'm yawning, it's like this energy is being releasing. And every single day that I do that, I feel lighter, I feel happier. I'm like, I have less blockages. So here's my challenge for you. Decide to feel good now, no matter what, every morning. As soon as you wake up, don't check your phone, don't anything. As soon as you wake up, go sit down to meditate, set a timer, meditate. Why are you meditating? So that you can feel good now by staying conscious and letting go of your blockages so that you can experience more and more of your well-being. Okay, can you do that? Yes, you can do that. I know you can do that. Okay, thanks so much for listening. I hope that helps. And 15 minutes a day, it's easy. You can do this. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.